everybody. I'm here in Anderson, Indiana at what is called Mounds State Park, which is well known for the Indian mounds that we're about to see. Directly behind me is the Brandenburg House. I believe it's closed, but we're going to try to take a tour of it. It has some excellent history about the Brandenburg House and what it was used for. And then over to your right, my left, is the Visitor Center. And the Visitor Center has some excellent artifacts and some neat history and some information in there that we'll visit as well. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let's go. So we're going to walk around here, and you can see some of these are, to be said, later constructed, but they are original to this area. And as you can see here, this was built on at a later date. You can see the divider line here and then the pitched roof with a gable. So there's no pictures outside here that I know of that I can get a picture of what that used to look like, but it is still an amazing place to visit. So we're walking around the back side here, and as you can see, we have a well and the back door and the back side. It's a beautiful home. Can you imagine having a home like this in the 1840s? I don't know how many bedrooms are in it, but there are obviously quite a few. So we're actually going to try to go inside. I hear some people in there.
The light panel, so I'm not going to turn any lights.
No, that's okay. Wow, this is great.
I've had a couple of crops that big that I've sold. Out of the house on the auction. Oh, did you? Yeah. We got one there.
Yeah, sitting outside.
Like that big.
It's worth a lot of money, we should bring it in.
It's something.
They don't have any, you know, see that many?
Yeah, we have one of those. Aunt Mary and Russell.
Yeah, bigger one behind this stove, or behind this back there. Yeah. Well, tank too. Really heavy and empty. Yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful. So says this is the office. Look at this desk and old. This room may have had two uses, an office and a sitting room. In the Brandenburg House, this was a place for family to informally gather. Women would sew and care for the children. Men would tend to the farm and business affairs. Notice the exterior entrance and porch, indicating that this room was likely used as an office. The Brandenburg family was heavily involved in local affairs and later donated or sold land that would become the adjacent orphans' home and the Chesterfield Spiritualist Camp.
Of course, as usual, about the biggest problem is the things on the roof and around the chimneys and things that they're been working on. In the city room there, the front door unit. Really? Sitting there doing the work. No.
So I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. This is a really fascinating tour because normally it's closed, not until summer. So we're talking 4 more months yet. So hope you're enjoying this tour as much as I am. And we're gonna go back here. I'm not sure we can go upstairs or not, but we're gonna check. Let's see what this is all about.
Armoire kind of thing at home, just full of little salt cellars and on trips around the country shooting with it.
Now we're entering the parlor. Very, very nice. Look at the
Kind of steep and low hand feel, that was kind of worrisome. Yeah, the bed's in a thunder jug under the bed and lamps. Vanities and
So the bathroom was upstairs.
well, right now, I'd say there is no bathroom. No, see, there's a privy outhouse out here. A simulated one, of course. But, yeah, come to think of it, that's just a thunder jug under the bed, and then you take it outside, I guess.
So you would put postcards in, and then you would look through the view, and you could see the close-up angle of the postcard. It's really, really
And the
interesting.
stereoscopic viewer, I've got a couple of those at home with a box of those old dimensional cards. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's right. They are. Yeah, they're dimensional
Yeah,
cards.
You can look through there, it gives it a three-dimension look to it.
We're gonna go upstairs.
Yeah, Bill might be up there today.
He's up there, but now
Look at this stairway. A double. Now that's unique.
what is it?
There's 2 levels
Oh, there is?
within 4 feet of each other.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a triplex.
Here as well.
But this handrail is so low compared to a tall man. And I've had a preponderance of trying to fall down and stuff, so that'd be a real period.
Look at that.
You know,
Crazy thing.
it's a long reach down to the rail.
Yeah, it is, too far down, so. Set a mousetrap, I better tell somebody. Huh.
Authenticity there. Where'd you go to high school, Jerry?
Pardon me?
Where'd you go to high school?
Anderson,
Was it
57.
57?
Jack was 59, wasn't he?
Yes. My sister Margaret was 57.
Okay.
And, let's see,
What was her?
I graduated 65.
So her maiden name would have been Tomlin? Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
They changed this redistrict, but I was involved in printing class, and so my dad went to that and was able to keep me because Madison Heights didn't have a printing program.
Okay.
And then I came back, I worked at Warner Press for 36 years in building 4-color printing.
That was that.
Yeah. And then they phased us all out in '96, and so I retired out of the newspaper. I've worked at the newspaper then for 9 years. Yeah. And towards the end of my time, he ended up getting sick. Passed away at 5. I told him to go for me after. And then in 2006, I never looked back.
I retired in 96.
96.
Yeah, got my 30 year and got out.
This room is Ransom and Sarah's bedroom. They have done an excellent job of leaving it very authentic to the time period and leaving the artifacts from the Bronnenberg actual family here. There's an interesting story about this desk, and I'll read this. It says, this desk was given to Kathy Nichols by Aunt Dorothy Skip. She told me that the desk came by wagon and from out east to the Ohio River, where it was sent by boat to Cincinnati, Ohio. From Cincinnati, brought up to Newcastle, Indiana, a horse-drawn wagon. It was brought in a horse-drawn wagon in the 1800s. This is a sewing machine. It's a Singer, an old Singer. Wow. This is Frederick III and Della's room. It's amazing how good they've kept this house. 1840s. Hope that you are enjoying this as much as I am, like I said in the early part of the video. But just to be able to go on tour, like a self-guided tour by yourself, is amazing, because usually when this is open, it's a lot more people in here and you can't go in certain rooms. So you're getting a very exclusive tour of this Bronnenberg's home. And a wooden stove, which would have heated the room and heated anything you'd want to put on top of it. So we'll head down here. One more picture of the boys' bedroom and the chest. And you gotta watch your head. I've hit my head twice now coming in here. Look at the pheasants. These are actually greater prairie chickens. Huh, interesting, very neat. Black bear. this old chest here. Man, that's dated. Nothing inside. As you can see, that is a short door. I bet that ain't 4 feet. Gotta duck down. So, very nice tour. Thank you for letting us do that.
Sure. Didn't have anything better to do on
Yeah.
take a walk. I think I'll still take a walk. So.
Yeah.
As soon as you're done, head out the back door.
Okay, I'll walk through this way. Back in the parlor. That organ is, or piano is so neat. That is awesome. Back into the sitting room. Amazing. Yeah,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
that concludes our tour. Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad it worked out.
Me too.
Glad I knew there was the original house, and then the addition was put on, and I don't know the years.
The years, yeah. Yeah, you can see the brick changed in color after they added it on. Very nice. So that concludes our tour of the Bronnenberg house. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. So we're going to visit the visitor center over here. They have some really neat information inside here about the Mounds and the park in general. So hope you enjoy the next part of this video. So we're going to go in the visitor center here and enjoy some of the artifacts and information of the state park. So let's go. Got turkeys, a sea turtle, bluegill, bass, largemouth, smallmouth, crappie, red ear fish, yellow perch, and here's their aquarium tanks here. There's a painted turtle. We actually had one of these that I let loose back into the Summit Lake State Park. It was floating on top of the water, and got it. This is a common map turtle here. Look at this guy. And then we have a snapping turtle. Now they have a long neck. Look at the size of his neck. We have a picture of my grandpa that used to go hunting, turtle hunting, and he's holding several big turtles in the picture, and that's what this reminded me of. And that would have been, it was a black and white picture, so that would have been way before my time. look almost prehistoric. And I don't see anything in here. Five-lined skink, but I don't see him. Here's a wide-angle view of the Visitor Center. A lot of information to look at. It's very educational of the state parks here. There is an aerial view of the Mounds. This is a model, and we'll walk over there in a little bit. We'll actually go to the Mounds outside. Really nice model of the Mounds. So the alignments of mystery. The Mounds were once a focal point for prehistoric Adena and Hopewell cultures. And these cultures still hold the key to the actual use and importance of the area. It says here, according to the state park, this is the direct line of the sunset of the summer solstice. This is the direct line of the winter solstice. This is the spring and fall equinox. And then you have the Fomalhaut rise. And of course, north. So only now are we starting to unlock the puzzles of the Great Mound Mystery. Some archaeologists believe the Great Mound may have been used as a ceremonial area because of the celestial and astronomical alignments. As shown above, if you were to stand in the center of the Great Mound, you would be able to align certain depressions in the outer embankment to the surrounding mounds. These alignments are presumed to have been precisely placed to follow one to view the sunsets during the summer and the winter solstices and the spring and fall equinoxes. Thus, these cultures may have used the outer embankment of the Great Mounds as an artificial horizon for their ceremonies. It's a pileated woodpecker. These things get really large in size. Look at the owl. Coyote, wild turkey, a skunk, and a badger. Those are mean. And a bobcat back there. Sitting back here in the bird watching area. Carolina chickadee. This is a woodpecker here. Got a squirrel. A koi pond. This is a female red-headed woodpecker, or some people refer to it as a red-bellied woodpecker. That is a female. The male has a complete red head. The female has a red spot. There's a little Carolina chickadee. Oh, they're on the back side of it. Got ourselves a squirrel over here. He's eating the remnants of the seeds from the bird feeder. There's a Carolina chickadee up there. ancient artifacts, arrowheads, and oh man, the Paleo-Indian period, man, 10,000 BC, and Middle Archaic period, 2500 BC, late Archaic period, early woodland period, middle woodland period, and late woodland period. We're gonna go outside now and walk the trail to the mounds. So we're gonna go look at all these arrowheads, artifacts found around here. Very cool. Head out this way. So now we are going to take you on a tour of the mounds, which is back here along this trail, the Indian mounds, and we'll have some history about those in a few minutes. So behind me are the mounds right over here, and we're going to walk over there and do some viewing with this video, and hope you enjoy some more information about the mounds here. It's a beautiful day. Getting closer to the mounds, you can see in the backdrop there, over here, this is one side of the mound, and we'll go inside the mound here shortly. So we made it over to the Great Mound, and this is information just around this area around the mounds. And there was a Union Traction company of the railroad cars that would take you from one place to another. And then this is information here on the amusement park that's set back here. All kinds of information. From the 1890s through the 1920s, there was an amusement park attraction here. So you can see here the park included a restaurant, a pavilion, and a dance hall, and a miniature steam train that circled the Great Mound. Notice the two women stand on the mound behind them. Here's another picture here. And there's a picture of the restaurant here. And this is a picture of a postcard scene. This is, to the right is a ride called Leaps and Dips. And it was a gigantic roller coaster in its day. This picture was taken in 1911 here. So there's still remnants that you can find around the park, and we'll try to go see if we can find one of the foundation or the piling posts. You can see here they had a skating rink, a penny arcade, baby dolls, shooting gallery. So we'll head over here to the Great Mound. They put a nice walkway up here that allows you to stay up above the mound. And for years we used to come back here and you could walk all over the mound and inside, but in the last 6 or 7 years they've budgeted to put this in so that you can walk into the middle of the mound. So according to some resources, this resource here says that it was a gathering place, and you can see where they would have, the Indian would have, or I should say the Adena and Hopewell people would have ceremonies. And some people believe that it was an observing of the sky. So, and some people believe that there was a small mound of burials. So, archaeologists believe that this mound was constructed somewhere around 160 BC. So let's go out here and walk on it and take some more pictures and video. Getting closer to the inner circle of the mound, and this video doesn't do justice, but from here to here is a good 25 feet, and it's got a bowl all the way around. Pretty amazing. Now just try and imagine digging all this out with your bare hands. I mean, how long would it take in today's time with a backhoe? It's pretty amazing to think about that. Interesting. Looks like they've been cutting down trees here. I mean, some of these trees are 250 years old. 200 years old. They've been here for a while, but they were not here during the Hopewell time, during them making these mounds. And it kind of makes you wonder, you know, maybe this whole area was barren and no trees at all, and that's why they decided to make this mound here. And the trees were coming in later, or maybe there were trees here, but just not inside. Thought I would video myself to give you a perspective of how large this great mound is. It's really bright. Turned out to be a gorgeous day though. So we're just walking the trail back here where we'll see another remnants of another mound, which is one of the solstice lines. So we're heading back here on this trail. This is the exterior of the wall of the Great Mound here. And then this is what's left of one of the other mounds. Which is this right here. So you can see it carved out here, and it goes on around and around here. Coming up on another mound here. It's very faint, but it's earthwork D here, and over time nature has changed the earthwork. Erosion has worn down the embankments and filled in the ditches. So it was originally 2.5 feet deeper than it appears today, and probably when this was written was maybe 10 years ago. So this is part of it though. But this is the winter solstice angle, as you can see here. see the mound out around here, that formation. Here's another mound inside Mounds State Park called the Circle Mound. Here's a short video of the campground. Just driving around to show you. They have some nice spots that you can book in the campground here. So this is an accessory campground, like overflow. About 12 camp spots back here. And all the campsites are blacktop pavement, so they're really nice and level. Well, that concludes today's video. I hope you've really enjoyed all the information and knowledge. If you've never visited the Mounds State Park in Anderson, Indiana, I highly recommend it. It's a really nice park. They've got a great camp spot if you do camping. They have a nice visitor center that you've seen in this video and wonderful trails. So hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more. Thank you.